Peace.
Yes, yes.
Welcome to episode 204 or 5. I'm not sure what this episode is. 205, I believe.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 205 of In Living Black. I am JD, of course. I'm here with a brother of mine.
Scoop.
And I'm here also with T as well.
I'm present.
Yes, she is present. And, you know, we're going to get right into it. T, I did want to ask you a question. Is there a way for us to play that Doechii shit or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you could play that Doechii shit. But before you play it, while you're searching it up, you know, we was trying to tap in with some, like, you know, some conversations and shit like that. Doechii came up and, you know, you sent it in the group chat, Scoop, and I don't know, I instantly got hot. I instantly got hot, and I just can't do it. You get what I'm saying? It's like just too much. Like, I'm tired of the division. I'm tired of this constant like dragging of just men in general. Like, I can't do it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I do think that there's a battle or a war going on between genders.
Oh, for sure.
But for far too long though. And I'm trying to think, like, maybe this is like some like fucking like what you call those not those stereotypes, those people that's fucking conspiracy theorists.
Okay.
I feel like there's a bigger play at large. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's kind of concerning. You get what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, we're not making babies the same. We're not getting married at the same rate. You know, if you look out, a lot of people are single out here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy. It's getting crazy.
It's getting a little crazy right now. So, you know, and I do think that the Doechii situation is definitely problematic. I don't know if you got it. If you got it?
Okay. Yeah. I was just waiting.
Cause this shit problematic, bro.
Yeah, I mean, so I thought about it long and hard on the way here, and I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't understand what's going on, why she or people like her, whether they be women or people in, you know, the same community that she's in, agrees with her. But it doesn't make it right. Like, it's still wrong. You know what I'm saying? Even if you feel justified for whatever reason, your experience is your experience, but that don't make it right. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like you said, just over the divisiveness.
Oh, yeah, we can see that.
That's fire. Interesting.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah. Like,
all right.
What's my biggest dating red flag? Is it being on DL? You're on the right track. I have my answer. Is it close enough? Are you?
That's a DJ too, right?
Yeah. She's actually cool too.
This is a huge red flag for me. All right. You know what's so crazy? I was gonna say men.
See?
They dabbing it up.
Such a...
So technically, because my mind was already there.
All right. Before we get started on your take, or my take, I would actually like to hear T's take on.
I don't even. Okay.
As a woman, because I do want to like make sure everybody's voice is heard.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And since we have a woman in the room with us, I want that voice to be heard first. You get what I'm saying? T.
Too much pressure. There's so many things. There's so many takes here because I mean, we've discussed this a little bit and we've discussed nuance. So I think multiple things are true. As far as like the actual take itself, I think that it's counterproductive to spread misandry on the internet. And I feel like, especially for Black people right now, with what's going on in our community, what's been going on for a long time. And so I just don't agree with the statement. But I do hear that happen a lot. Like, it's just common to make jokes about the dating climate. Dating straight men is actually really shitty. On the other hand, like having to date straight men is consistently a shitty experience, but it doesn't make me want to spread something that is gonna open them up to harmful rhetoric. That's the only thing.
Okay, I gotta retort to that. So like, would you rather date a bisexual man?
No, as a result of having a shitty experience with heterosexual men, it doesn't make me prefer wanting to date a gay man though.
Yeah, because I'm confused.
Yeah, because it's irrelevant. Like, we all have bad experiences with everybody. Does that mean we're like one gonna always like every chance we get, we're gonna talk about it? Like, you know, it's like, okay, you can have it can be isolated. Like, it just depends on who you talk to. It's an isolated situation. That person, this person. It shouldn't be like a grouping thing. Even though we all do it, you know, we all group people or group things sometimes. It doesn't make it right though. You know, that's my whole thing. Like, I get it, I understand it, but that doesn't make it correct. That's my whole point. Like,
yeah.
That she entitled to her opinion. That's her dating experience. I get it. Like, you know, you've had terrible experiences dating straight men, and all right. So, for example, with me, I didn't know she wasn't straight.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I listened to music. I'd never heard her say anything about it. Obviously, I listened to her entire catalog.
Yeah.
But the songs that I like, that I've heard, I didn't hear her mention anything about, you know, not being straight. So this threw me off. I was like, huh?
Interview wise, she's open with like her like being bisexual.
Right. So I didn't know that. So that was my thing, number one. So I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Right.
So it's like, that is like a big shock to a lot of her
core fan base.
Male fans.
Yeah.
That was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like, she don't, like, she feel like that against us? Like, that's crazy. Like, I support her, you know what I'm saying? And for her to have that take, I mean, granted, that's her dating experience, but it's like, I don't know exactly what I have a problem with.
I think the gays been knew that she was gay, because like, it's really, you guys didn't know because you're not gay. Like, simply, you're not gay and you're not in the gay community, so you guys didn't catch the like little gay references she makes. Because I didn't know either until I started recording this gay podcast a year ago, and they started talking about Doechii, and I was like, oh shit. Like, they would refer like cunt and fetch, like those little terms that she uses, like, oh, you gotta be of the gay scene, like it's like a ballroom, like whole, like it's all tied together. But I'm like, that's not something I would have necessarily known had I not talked to gay people. But yeah, that's the only thing I had to say about.
I didn't know that.
Shit.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So I was like, yeah. So I was like, I'm not looking at it, and I'm like, then like I said, I try to like not listen to it with emotional ears. So I started to think about it like longer, and I'm like, actually, like, okay, cool. Like, she feels like whenever a straight man tries to approach her, this is her experience. So once you tell her you straight, she just that turned off by it. That's cool. You
but even if that's true, even if that's true, you're too big. Like, you're big now. You're big enough now. You just, you know, you won the Grammys. You did the things. You did the Tiny Desk. You did all that shit. Like, you're getting into this stardom. So now by your next album, we're looking at 200,000 copies being sold, maybe. You get what I'm saying? Because you're getting into that pop vibe, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And she's a fucking cold-ass hip-hop artist. Like, she could rap for real. The problem is, now you divide your fan base. Before you even got to it. And I don't know who compared who with Doja Cat. I think it was T. With like the Doja Cat situation. The difference between Doja Cat is when she started that racist rhetoric bullshit and whatever other bullshit she was on, that bitch was already gone. She was already in the fucking, she was already doing arenas. You get what I'm saying? She's already doing the fucking festivals at a high rate where her crowd is looking like fucking 20,000, 50,000 people. Doechii's not even that, not even close. So now when you alienate your male following, right? Because to me, that's problematic. You're not, like, as a female artist, especially as an MC, you have a ceiling. I don't care what nobody's talking about. You're not going to get on Nicki Minaj level, right? Unless you have the male audience.
Right.
Like, niggas fuck with Nicki Minaj. Like, the coldest gangsters will fuck with Nicki Minaj because she can rap for real. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, she got the poppy shit. She got the R&B shit, whatever the fuck. And she got the gays even, right? Because, you know, that Barbie
Facts,
shit.
yeah.
So she got everybody. Now, your problem is, and I saw your conversation with T, you get what I'm saying? I understood what you was coming from is like, yo, yeah, Doechii may have, she got the gays, but to me, that's niche.
Yeah.
Because Lil Nas got gays.
Mm.
But what else does he have? Because, like, Lil Nas is not relevant in today's conversation music-wise.
Mm.
Right? Fashion, show, whatever the case is. And so is Doechii. Doechii's up. She got the, she on the Fashion Week shit. She be in the
Yeah, I've
Tom
seen
Brown
that.
shit.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Nobody gives a fuck. Because that's not what, unfortunately, that's not what makes you a musical superstar in the realm. Like, you're not even there yet to be doing that. Like, Rihanna could do some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, Rihanna is now, she did the music thing and she popped off all the way, and then she became the icon of the beauty world and the fashion world and shit like that. Beyonce, the same thing. Like, we talking about levels. We talking about steps.
Yeah.
And then now your silly ass just want to do some shit like I was disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, because that conversation needs to die. Now the way to improve on the dynamics is, yo, yeah, you want, yo, what's red flags, blah, blah, blah. She could have like blah, blah, blah. I want her to come out now and be like, hey, right, I was wrong.
It's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. but like it may. Cause maybe her PR is like, yo, they killing her ass. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for right reasons. It's like, yo, this is too much division. Like, we still with this conversation in 2025, bro. Like, this shit been conversation for like 2022. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I will say, like, since as someone who records these niggas talking all day, every day, this happens every day almost.
What, like what?
Like, people on people's women on their own podcast saying something that's like a slight to men.
Oh, okay.
Like, I would say on average, almost every day, I record at least one podcast with women hosts that they say something like they slight men on the low.
Yeah, it's popular. It's popular now.
It's
I mean, I get it. I'm not.
I mean,
listen,
divisive content is one thing, but I feel like the divisiveness period is a popular subject in our
Right.
I agree.
socially.
Yeah,
I agree.
Right. So listen, like I said, honestly, what I think is gonna happen now, if she does decide to address it, I think she's just gonna point out the fact that she was speaking about dating and dating only. So if you take it from that point of view, it's like it's nothing really wrong with it. She said, "This is my dating red flag." She didn't say men are my red flag. You gotta kind of like take it with a grain of salt. Like, you got to, bro. Because at the end of the day, like, we know that they don't, when I say they, I mean people who are not heterosexual. They don't like straight people as far as dating goes. It's not news to us. Nobody should be surprised about that.
No, that's correct.
But that's the only thing she said. She just said dating.
So if
that
you're
was
talking
the
about,
word she said.
so
She
we're
said
talking-
dating.
So strictly dating. So, but then does it make it okay? Let's say if the roles was reversed now.
Yeah,
right.
right. So, and I said that I don't like dating bisexual women.
Yeah.
I could say that. And I could tell you why. Like she probably could tell.
You
like,
could say that, but you don't think you'll get killed.
Nah. Not if I don't give an explanation. If I just say it and don't.
Did she give an explanation?
No, I don't think. No, I don't think she did. Yeah,
But that whole video, even if you watch the whole video, there's no explanation.
But see, that's her fault. So like I said, bringing full circle, I think if she does address it, she's gonna explain herself. She's not gonna like take it back because she didn't say anything wrong.
Right.
It's just if you not like listening, I guess the right way, then you'll probably take it the wrong way.
Let me be clear. I'm not saying that she is saying something wrong. Right? I'm not saying that she's saying something wrong. I'm saying that the message is wrong.
Yeah. Overall, yeah. That's what I said. I understand, but I don't agree. Like, I understand what you're saying.
What you're doing.
But it's like, it's still not right.
That's not correct.
You're not getting anywhere. We're like going either in circles or going backwards, but we're not progressing.
But we're not progressing. That's what I'm saying when it comes to these type of conversations, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we want to be, I don't know. I think in a society, we want to be like a well-oiled society, but we can't even get together on certain pages of something this minuscule, right? Yo, a man need a woman need a man, period.
Right.
Gay or not. You know what I'm saying? Gay or not. It is what it is. Like, the rhetoric of just saying, heterosexual men is a red flag. That that's maybe she didn't know. But if I'm on her level, I'm thinking, let me make sure everything I'm saying doesn't cause us to go backwards as a society or us running in circles.
She's young though, right?
Like your platform is too big. She our age probably. She like around
I
our
thought she
age.
was young. I don't know. I thought she was young. I don't know.
She's probably our age. It don't even matter how young. She can't be.
It does matter though, the age.
Yeah, it plays a factor.
I've heard some wild takes from artists, and then it's like, oh, they're 22. Okay, bet.
Yeah,
I doubt she's 22 now.
She is 26.
Yeah, she's young,
26?
bro. That's young.
That's
bro.
young?
Yes.
That's young?
Yes.
It's young
What
enough
year is that? What year is that you was born? If you're 26. What year is that?
95.
No, 95 is me, bro. Are you trying to play me?
For real? Damn, I'm horrible
He
with
was
math,
born
first
in
of all.
1999.
I'm way off.
See, she's
God
still in the
damn, y'all
90s.
retarded. First of all, it's 2025.
I'm great. All right. Well, we don't be mathing.
No, we don't be
Whatever.
mathing.
I'm a writer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but she's young
hilarious.
enough to have a shitty dating.
Yeah, come on, bro. 99.
And
She's
an
young,
underdeveloped, naive, like immature perspective on gender.
I've watched a lot. I watch a lot of.
That's what
I
I'm saying.
watch a lot of
immature,
interviews. She does not give me that though. She actually gives me a person that's very thoughtful. She thinks very well, and she can
Right.
speak very well.
Smart, thoughtful people are capable of saying some ignorant ass shit still.
Still, right?
I would say, listen, it's funny because you guys see my point of view within the text, but I'm honestly like I said, the more I think about it, the more I try to shoot her some bell because it's like at the end of the day, like she probably let's say she was like tongue in cheek, like she meant it, but wanted to be that serious. She was like joking a little
Think she's
bit.
joking, playful, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was better than a bad joke. It happens, bro. Like I just don't feel like because she emphasized dating. I feel like that's what's making me feel like, you know what?
Yeah, but nigga,
Not
but you
that
ain't no
bad.
comedian. You ain't no comedian. Don't
I heard
make a joke.
she's funny though. I don't know.
Don't make a joke. I don't want to hear no jokes.
Smart people are funny.
Huh?
I was just saying.
A lot of smart people are funny?
People are funny, yeah.
No, but don't make a joke right now. This shit ain't funny. It ain't tongue in cheek, nigga.
Yeah.
To me, certain things just don't need to be said unless you on some comedian shit and your message is deeper. I just don't think certain shit need to be said regardless of whatever the case may be. Like, I ain't never gonna go up to a show and be like, yo, my red flags if you fat. Nigga, I know what that vibe is gonna get to that.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not saying I
Clean it up.
I do it. Yeah, clean it up. I'm cleaning it up.
Like contrary to you guys, JD loves a thicker woman.
I
Right,
do
which is
love.
fine. Which is
I do
hilarious they
love.
said that
I do
word.
love thick women. Okay. So let's just. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Say if I went on a show and it said, "Hey, the red flag is fat woman,"
Right.
right?
That'd be crazy.
Today,
Yeah.
I would have been killed,
Yeah, facts.
and rightfully so. And I'd have been joking. I'd have been joking like,
Yeah.
like my dating preference is not to date fat women. That's a red flag for me,
Right.
right? Now, how would that look?
Crazy.
Exactly my point. Now, I go up on a show as a bisexual woman, right? And then say, the red flag is you're a straight man. It's problematic. Because why is that? You got to explain it now.
Right.
Because not all straight men are all
Behave the
straight
way-
men,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
That was my thing too.
That's what I'm saying. Just like all fat girls ain't all fat girls. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that means, but you get what I mean. Like,
you know how in your early 20s, like some people you meet and they've discovered their sexuality and they finally feel empowered in it, and how they've like kind of used every opportunity
Yeah.
to speak on it, even though it's still a
she's
developing
gay out
idea.
loud. Yeah.
She's been so, I mean, ever since she started talking about it though. Like obviously she hasn't been she had the conversation, like you said, on Breakfast Club, where she mentioned she dated a gay man, but she didn't know he was gay until she caught him cheating on her.
What a man. I heard about that.
Right.
And so since then, I feel like she's kind of found ways to bring up this gay conversation consistently. And specifically men being on the DL. She hasn't shamed him for being gay. She just shamed him for lying.
Like
Manipulative
lying.
to her, but
No, which I appreciate it. And I watched that interview too. Like I said, and I watched her on Joe Budden shit. You know what I'm saying? I like Doechii. I do think, you know, like I said, I think she's well spoken and all that shit. I think she thinks well, you know, and all the and all the factors. I just think it's problematic, bro.
Yeah, I just had two takeaways though that I did find. Well, one that I found interesting, and one that I would have thought that she should have done instead. Like, I think that for one, I think she should have answered that question speaking. I mean, I guess she did speak to the experience of, I guess, a bisexual woman. but I feel like she should have said something else that would be more like relatable to them as far as like a red flag that they go through. Like for example, a down low guy. You know, if she dates it, like that's something that they speak to. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that they're gonna have issues with straight men because they think that they can, you know,
Right.
have you and your girlfriend, you know. And, you know, I get it. But I also find it funny that like after she made the comment, she does like the most straight man thing and get a girl a dap. I'm just like, yo,
Bruh.
I thought you didn't like straight men. Well, dating straight men, but you like to
Being petty with that one.
Yeah, I mean it's true. Bro, that'd be
Because,
like
you
me.
know, that's a black thing when black people be laughing. You know, black women love to high five when they're laughing together.
I never seen it.
Well, I
But not
have.
dapping. You ain't dapping.
She dapped him
You
up.
dap- you
We-
dap-
I don't
you
see.
dap-
Black women do. I don't know what
I
black
never
women in
seen
New York
it.
City do.
Yeah,
but black
well-
women with like the southern roots and like the country black women, like
I didn't really look at it from your lens
I
on that
swear,
one.
I swear
on
to
that
God, I'm not trying to be funny. I've never seen women do that to each other. Never.
I grew up seeing
Like never seen it.
No, yeah, she from the Bay, so she different, I guess, on some shit.
I'm like, yo, what? Even
Nah,
and
yeah.
I grew up in the hood. Like,
Yeah, no, that's real. No,
East
no.
New York. to
No,
be
that's
exact.
real. No,
So,
that's real.
y'all know.
I-
some of the hoods.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
So-
I've ever seen it. But like, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of immaturity though, an individual, you know, just to switch gears, an individual that is 1,085% on the immature bag, or maybe not. Maybe people might be looking at it differently. It's that Aunt Edward situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's young too, by the way.
He's young. He's like 22, 20,
Yeah,
maybe 22, 23.
Yeah, something like that.
You know what I'm saying? You know, had a kid with a woman that he's not with, and you know he's like filing something.
I think he did, but yeah.
Like he filed a lawsuit, like what? Like
he filed
a claim or something. Like I don't want to
I
be
don't
a
know
part.
what the word is called.
I don't know the term.
He
And
pretty much said he wants to
he don't want to be a part of this kid's life,
yeah, he wants to give up his parental rights. And he
Damn.
doesn't want to be a part of the kid's life.
bro.
Like he signed away his rights.
You can
And-
do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
You
I
could,
didn't know
but
you
you
could
could
do
do
that.
that. Like, you could sign over your rights without the consent of the mom. Like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with this
Well,
contractually.
Don't let me misspeak. I don't know if you need consent of both parties. I don't think you do, because that's what adoption is. Like, you just give your kid, you have to sign over your parental rights. But I don't know. I don't think you have to have, you know, like both parties have to agree to. I don't know.
T
I don't have
like,
any kids. So I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I should look that up.
I do think it's extremely problematic. This girl TV making some fucking noises, bro. It's extremely problematic if you're laying down with a woman, having sex with her raw, and then she ends up pregnant, and you're turning around like, nah. like no, and I get the conversation. It's like, yo, he said, like, yo, get rid of the child. Like I told you, I don't want this kid.
I
woman-
found a news release. If you want, you
Yeah.
want me to
Let's read it. Go ahead, read it.
Whenever you're ready.
Please.
Okay. Minnesota Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards recently filed a motion stating he does not wish to pursue visitation or custody of his 4-month-old daughter Aubrey, according to blah 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 entertainment. We don't quote the news site. Edwards has been embroiled in a legal dispute with his ex-partner Aisha blah 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 over child support for their daughter. In a recent ruling, the court granted Edwards' motion, agreeing with his argument that California was not the appropriate state to determine child support. Should I keep going? Edwards contended that Aisha had actually been living in Georgia despite her claim that she moved to California before giving birth to Aubrey, who was born in California. He further alleged that Aisha filed the case in California to secure a higher child support award. In his statements to the court, Edwards made it clear he has no interest in seeking custody or visitation rights. He also confirmed that a DNA test conducted in December 2024 confirmed his paternity of Aubrey, but he intends to address only the financial aspects of the case. So basically, it sounds like he didn't really want the child. She knew that. So she was like, okay, let me take you to the place to maximize my child support claims. And he's getting butchered because they're like, you don't want to be a father.
Yeah, but she should get butchered as well because
Yeah,
she's coming up off of a lick.
Yes, they both. First of all, they both.
Extortion.
They both wrong.
Yeah, they both wrong.
First of all, this is not his first time doing something like this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to be a part of a child's life, like having sex with a woman, The woman ends up pregnant and not want to be. This is probably like the second time.
was a rose.
Especially because you
Oh,
like
God.
you know that you know he didn't want it, so now you like intentionally now creating
You're
a broken
intentionally
home.
laying down with this man.
No,
that done
not
this
that
thing.
part. I was gonna say like you're intentionally creating a broken home now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like you didn't,
money,
you
though.
didn't have to do that.
For money though,
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not shooting him, Bill. I'm just saying speaking.
Oh, no, I know.
Yeah,
Speaking
I'm
on
just
her
speaking
shit,
her. Like, like you come on. As far as he goes, listen, man, he's a wild boy. That's crazy to do. You can't have sex with a woman and come inside her and then tell her you don't want to have a kid. Like that's insane.
So you came in when you come inside a woman. I'm just gotta.
That's insane to me.
I'm asking you a question. That you come inside a woman, and she has a kid. You're okay with it.
Yeah, I have to be.
So any woman you came inside of, you was okay to have a kid with.
Was I okay? No, but but the difference is the difference is
you would have to live with it.
no, but he had to live with it too. But I'm
Right.
saying like the difference is I knows what comes with it, and if it happened, I'm not gonna do what he did.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna do what
sure.
he did. No.
Am I gonna be like sad probably at first, but you get over shit like that. Like I don't, it happens. But to answer your question, no, I wouldn't. I don't think that every woman, not that I did it with a bunch of women, but that I've did that with, I was okay with having a child. Bro, even if you have sex and you have a condom on and it breaks and she could get pregnant,
Yeah, no,
does
true.
that mean it still runs the same?
It still
risk?
runs the same risk. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like I feel like even though you try to protect yourself, it still can happen.
If you laying down with a woman, period, point blank, period, you got to be ready for whatever comes with it.
Right. But my question was, well, now is like I said back to you earlier, if you agree to have sex unprotected, does that mean you agree to have a kid as well? And I don't know how I feel about. I don't know like where I stand on that side of it. Cause
I see what you're saying.
Hell
Nigga,
no,
but
you
you
don't
come-
agree. You agree to have sex.
Yeah.
I know people say that because you know that you understand the risks that come along with it, and you ideally want to be able to address that situation together. And you reduce the risk by engaging with someone that you actually consistently trust and know. But no, hell no. And I think women should be accountable for having sex with a man that they know doesn't want to take care of the kid and that has stated that. Because I know women who've been like 4 months pregnant and the man was like, I don't want anything to do with this kid. I'm telling you this right now, nothing. They're like, okay, well, let's see when the baby's born. Like, hell no, let's not see.
Yeah.
And
It's like now you fucked up a home, like you said. You're bringing a child into a potentially broken home. You don't give a fuck about the black community if you're
Right.
extorting black men for.
And you might
babies.
struggle. It's just mad things that's gonna happen now that's gonna be like messed up within your life and the child's life. And it's like all because
Of a paycheck.
right. So I was like, but I don't know, like I feel like because on the flip side of it, it's like everybody keeps saying like it's a we thing. Like when you go down, you run into this, like we both, meaning the man and woman together. But it's like, let's say flip side, let's say he wanted to have the kid and she said, I'm getting an abortion. Would anybody be cussing her out? Or no, it wouldn't. So it's like, is it a we thing or is it whatever the hell she says is gonna happen? That's not a we thing. That's a whatever she says goes, and it's not the same thing. So I feel like that conversation is like, it gets real murky because on one hand, like I said, if it was the flip side of it and he wanted to have the baby and she was like, I'm getting abortion, it's my body, my right. Well, what happened to the agreement to the unprotected sex and us saying we want to have a kid? Like, I want to have a kid, you don't want to have a kid. But if you say you don't, if you want to abort it, it's cool. If I want to relinquish my rights, I'm fucking fucked up. It's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword now, yeah.
So it's like,
I don't know. I think it's a very problematic situation for me per se, because I'm like, in my head, it's like, yo, in her situation, she saw that this dude is on that type of path, like, period. What in your right mind would make you tap in with that? And then be like, and I get it, like, but it gotta be, to me, it gotta be more than money.
nah, it's money, bro.
It can't just be
I mean,
money.
he's also like a what's the word I'm looking for?
A young superstar or what?
Yeah, like, like he's attractive,
Yeah.
he has money, he's talented, he's funny, you know what I'm saying, personality. Like, I can see why somebody would want to have a kid with him.
No, see, but I get that, but that's not how you do it though. You don't be just trapping. You don't trap motherfuckers.
That
Yeah.
happens a lot though. Like
Yeah.
with a woman, or even they had too much high hopes when the man was clearly communicating to you what he wanted from the
what he
beginning. It
wanted.
happens to my homeboys all the time.
Yeah, you have to have money.
And it's like,
to
oh, you don't want to
happen
be with
you.
me? Okay, cool. So let me ruin your life.
But see, but like, and not to like do this gender war things, but like, you know, women will do that a lot. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Women can have the babies. It's not gender wars. It's just facts. Like a man can't carry the baby.
no, it's facts. But what I'm saying, where I'm going is, if a man is communicating, hey, this is what I am, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, a woman's brain almost be like, I can fix that.
Right.
It almost always goes to, I can fix that. Like, yes, I hear you, but maybe not with me.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
You're optimistic.
Like, it's almost like a case.
Insecure.
What you mean?
It's like, because you're insecure when you feel like you need to prove to someone that this could work. It's like if you get pregnant by someone and they say they don't have a baby, you should be secure enough to be like, okay, fuck, I'm not going to be with you then. Like if you want to try to convince someone to like, this is worth it, then you deal with some insecurities.
Let me ask you a question.
And ones that are so, insecurities are fine, but if they get to this point, you need to get help.
Let me ask you a question. If a man, say you got pregnant by a man and he said, hey, you know, I don't want this kid. What then would you proceed to do?
Well,
but before you answer, he's well off.
That's what.
You said what? What she said? What she said?
Murder, she wrote.
But no, he's well off though. He's a ball player. He makes millions of dollars a year.
If he doesn't want, if it's early enough to terminate the pregnancy and he does not want a family dynamic, then I am going to terminate the pregnancy. And that's because me, Tionna Johnson, personally feels like I have a responsibility in the Black community to not fuck this shit up. So it's like, okay, so that's too detrimental to the world at large and myself, and it's not happening.
Yeah. I mean, she's right. I just feel like most people they're gonna take the bag. But I was gonna say I do think that he would change his mind.
You think so?
I 100% believe he will change his mind.
Like when he gets older?
But,
or like just period?
Maybe next week. Like,
why you feel that way?
Because I just feel, what I believe is that with all this backlash and his OGs or, you know, people around the league, people in the family, because this is public now. It wasn't a behind the scenes thing now. And then that girl's going to grow up and see that one day. You know what I'm saying? And when he talked to the pastor or his mom or his grandmother or somebody in the family, maybe one of the dudes in the NBA, a mentor or somebody, and break this thing down to him, like how important this is, you know, like she said, speaking to the community and all that, I think he changed his mind 100%. Like he's mad young. Like he said that. I don't think, because like I said, it was private. Now it's public. I don't think people knew what he was going through as far as taking that route. I feel like if they did, they probably would have talked him out of doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just telling him like, yo, bro, you gotta stay on your responsibilities. Because I don't believe that he's gonna stick to that and people are gonna respect him around the league, the family. Like, I don't know about endorsement. I don't know if they really care that much about it, but as far as just being a man and having respect, I don't think people will mess with him if he follows through with this. I'm 100% like, I'm done. I don't want nothing to do with that. Like, and just not taking care of your kid.
Right.
Because of the situation. I mean, look what happened to poor George too, but he ended up just saying, fuck it, and married her.
Yeah, but he's also an idiot. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But in the end, he made it right. And that's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
that bit. That's the only thing. Women out there, women listeners, like, okay, cool, you got the W, so you think, but that nigga gonna hate you at least for some years.
Yeah, he's gonna look at you. He's gonna look at you like.
That's such a toxic environment for a kid to like witness that dynamic.
I agree with that. On the other hand, you got that DDG situation too. Like, Haley.
Yeah, that shit is crazy to me.
I don't know too much to really talk about.
I think it's particularly crazy because he blames her postpartum basically for the reason why they're not really together. And like, I think that they're too young to understand how to maneuver postpartum together.
Yeah, I don't know why they broke up.
Postpartum. That's why.
I thought
that
he
was
cheated.
That's
what I thought.
I thought that too, but like, see, that's some nigga shit.
Yeah, I don't know why they went together.
He used to really love her a lot. I don't know. Who knows?
Because why men always go there with that? Like, yeah, I mean,
postpartum though.
Like, okay, so that's why.
because she's not herself right now after the baby. And a lot of women are. It's like a lot of hormones, progesterone is being produced. Like the baby's sucking on your boob all the time. You're touched out. Like your body's not the same. You're like, fuck. She lost like awards and opportunities from being pregnant by him publicly. She was supposed to do more with her role. And I think that there's a lot of depression happening.
Yeah, we're not in this situation, but from the outside hearing what you're saying now, I mean, it would make sense why she's that way. And if he like had any sense, he will understand all those factors. And you know what? Like, I'm not saying it's okay like for him to like feel the way he feels as far as like feel like he's being slighted or whatever. Because it's like you said, she's not being herself, and obviously it's their first kid, so he doesn't know anything about postpartum. You know what I'm saying? So he just gotta just tough it out. You have a family, bro. Like, it's gonna be rough patches. I'm not gonna say I don't feel like he shouldn't have went public with it, but I mean, just woes about having a family. That's all it really is. I think they'll get it together eventually, because she doesn't necessarily talk down to him in public, to my knowledge.
No, not at all.
They still hang out as a family.
Yeah.
So I think they get it together.
Like I'm saying, I don't really know too much about the situation, but I definitely like watch him like discuss like, hey, yo, my son is sick. But like, I don't really care about all that. Like, I'm trying to see my son. Like, blah blah blah. Case.
I not to cut you. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
But I think his point of contention is like he wants to have his kid whenever he wants.
Right.
Like, he shouldn't have to be asking as far as like permission. Can he take his kid, for example, for a trip, or can he have?
You should though if you're separated.
Right. Even if you weren't, like, it's just a conversation. I'm not gonna say asking, but it's like, yo, hey, me and our kid, I'm gonna go take him down to Atlanta, and from here to here. That's
I feel
cool.
like that's part of having babies young, because you feel like you haven't even like matured in certain aspects in your own life to understand that like yes, you're the dad and you should be able to tap in with your child when you need to, but also your baby's just barely 1 year old, and like that's her first baby too. So it's just like you can't just like, I remember seeing a situation where like he was trying to put his baby in the arms of another baby, which is totally normal, like whatever, it's not a big deal. But to her, she was freaking out because that baby was like known to be like super erratic. So she was like, I don't want to harm my baby. And he was like, he just ripped the baby out of her arms and was like, give me the baby. Like, and she was like freaking out. She wasn't happy about it. So it's like, that's not going to ruin the baby's life. But like, they're young. These niggas is young. Like, there's still like personal maturing to do. And I think that is the issue. Listeners.
But what does that speak to our parents or our grandparents having, kids at 19? You know what I'm saying? And then still being together to this day.
I mean, it's different times.
No, but like, that's what I'm saying. So like, what's the difference? It can't just be technology.
What I would say is
because postpartum was always postpartum.
Well, I would say exposure to things, like as far as like they're like all in like really like small areas. So like not everybody knows what's going on or voicing to everybody what their issue is. So a lot of I feel like it is technology because we are being educated at a faster rate. So back then, I guess, they were like, they didn't know as much as we did at the age that they were.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I mean, they just said, fuck it. Like, we gonna thug it out together, which I think they should do as well. But I just think the difference is now is technology. But I think back then, they were probably just like, fuck it, we're gonna thug it out. Like, be together. Because where I'm gonna go? You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do? Like, we were not, I don't think being broken, like, as far as like split broken homes was a thing back then. For them to be like, nobody was walking away. Like, I'm not gonna say nobody, but I think it might be a rare thing for people to like leave their families. You know what I'm saying?
I feel the way I feel is, it's a different. Yes, it's a different time. I feel like nowadays we might have too much distractions outside of this relationship.
Right.
And I'm not even talking about just necessarily like you may cheat on someone or whatever the case is. Just like things to do. And like people to like tap in with, and like there's too much activities, and you know what I'm saying? Like back then, it's probably just work in this crib, bro.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
See a bad bitch every now and then, every few
yeah,
years.
like, yeah, you probably look at a nice fat ass just walking. Like, Miss Sally just had a fat ass. I saw her down the street. But I can't do nothing with Miss Sally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Miss Sally's married to Mr. Edward. You get what I'm saying?
And they're not finding out either because there's no social media.
Exactly. Because even if I fuck Miss Sally, nobody gonna know.
Nobody will.
Nobody gonna know the vibes. You get what I'm saying? So it's a little different vibe. Like, ain't no bars. I can't go to this bar to get like a nice old fashioned. You know what I'm saying? And now my boys just coming through and shit like that.
To get bitches pregnant, and then the other nigga that was married to her will be raising the kid because nobody knows.
Exactly.
Oh, she really got pregnant.
And that's what I meant by being like a small area. Like they be, for example, context wise, we be living in East New York. I could have a kid in Canarsie and nobody would never know.
Nobody would know. Yeah.
There's a lot
And that's like right there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
That's what I
yeah.
mean by like they didn't like just they don't real exposure.
Can I say something about the reason why I think our parents? I think traditionally, like, well, for Black people, I don't know about everything, but like being Christian, there was a time where it's like shame to even get a divorce, so it's like stick it out. Because I know a lot of people now that have been married for a long time in my family that are still together, and it's like, oh, you guys have been together for 30 years. Them niggas don't even talk to each other.
Yeah, they hate each other.
They don't touch each other. They don't hug each other. They don't kiss each other. But then there's people that still do, and those are the people that really put in the work. And really made sure they're aware whether they were still compatible or not. Because some people just aren't. But traditionally, it's not cool to just leave your partner.
How y'all feel about
Stick it out.
How y'all feel about that what you just said just made me think about that clip that you had sent about the yearly contract, like treat marriages as an NBA contract. How you feel about that? Like the guy basically said, hey, I do think that marriages need to be treated as NBA contracts. Like, yo, before we get married, let's sign this agreement that, like, 4 years. Right. We got 4 years, and then if we decide in the end of that 4-year term, we want to re-sign for another 4 years, we could do that. Or if we want to go our separate ways, we could do that as well. You get what I'm saying?
I like the concept.
You like the concept, but obviously it's not a thing.
It should be though, because I mean, marriage is a contract.
1,000%. It's a contract.
It is a contract. And assets are involved, literally. So it shouldn't be so far-fetched.
To do that.
Yeah, it's not
like a yearly contract.
I just said we had to figure out the years, the time frame.
Yeah.
But I think the actual idea itself makes sense though.
I think it should be dependent on like the couple. Like you could go 2, 4, 8, 10.
Whatever you guys both
agree on. Yeah.
Because divorce rates are really high regardless.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll help divorce rates. I don't know how that works because I just feel like it makes sense theoretically, but in actuality...
Because maybe it's not a divorce. If the contract is over and we decide not to continue this contract, then it's not a divorce. It's just... is what it is. You go with the shit you came in with, I go with the shit I came in with. And if we reach a certain level of years in contract, now it's different. So if you reach a 10-year contract, now we could start to talk about, okay, let's combine our assets in a different way. What I'm saying is, okay, there's prenuptial agreements, but now the prenuptial agreement is out the window. You get what I'm saying? So now it's looking like a different lens. I do think there's conversation there. There's something there.
Theoretically, it makes sense. I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool, but then I don't know. I can see why somebody wouldn't want that. I think that shit is silly. I can see that too. But I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool. It's interesting to see how that like works out. That dynamic of like, we're gonna be married for 2 years. Let's see if we like this, and if we do, we keep going, renew it. If not, let's get up out of there. Y'all break up? Like, it's over? Like, is it over? Y'all break up or just not married no more?
Just go y'all separate ways.
What if we want to be together and not be married?
I feel like a lot of people do that, and I don't think that bodes well anyway. Regardless, I think marriage is a better contract agreement because there's a lot of benefits of being married.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, there's no benefit of us just after the 4-year period, we're now just in a relationship, nigga. Nah, we don't get the same tax breaks.
Right.
We don't get the, you know what I'm saying? Like there's combining credit. Like we don't get the same vibe, so it doesn't make sense to necessarily like just all right. Well, we're ending our 4-year contract, and now we're just in a relationship. Nah, I don't think that don't make sense.
Marriage is scary, man.
It is scary. It is scary.
Thinking about that. I'm thinking about, if, like you say, think about combining credit, assets.
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, like it's just crazy.
No, yeah.
Like,
Would you want to get married?
I think so. I believe so. Yeah. I mean, because in my mind, it's in theory. Yes, I'd like to get married, but I never really put thought into
You never put thought.
everything that comes with it.
Yeah.
And saying, do you want this? Because I'm only thinking about the good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about the bad stuff. So that's why I'm saying in theory, yeah, but I haven't really put too much thought into actually,
Do you have positive role models in your life, marriage-wise?
Yeah, fact. Yo, the last 5 years have been like 3 or 4 weddings. I did two in 1 year.
I've never been to a wedding in my life.
Yeah, I was in one. I was in 2, actually.
I've never been to a wedding in my life. I don't know if that's because, the people I know ain't shit. Or, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the vibes.
Yeah,
like, none of my friends are like married.
I have first, what do you call them?
Cousins.
Yeah, but what do you call that?
What?
That family, what's it called?
What family?
I'm losing like brain.
The married into the people that.
It's the morning
Well, I
time
don't-
and this
what are
nigga
they
can't even
Yeah,
think.
I didn't
no,
know that was
not that.
them.
I'm talking about like
In-laws?
immediate
In-laws.
family. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh.
I have immediate family members
Yeah.
that are married.
Yeah.
I have distant relatives that
Distant
are married.
relatives.
I have friends that are married, like close friends that are married.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people that were married. Same age range.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody younger than me that's married. I do. I'm lying. I do. But
yeah.
by year, though. But yeah, I know.
But you
how
know
people are married.
positive.
Yeah, yeah.
You got positive shit. I can't say I do. Before we get out of here, we gotta get to that segment. What happened last week that you could carry into this week that's gonna make you a better person? What made you a better person last week that you could carry into this week? You think?
Damn.
I think you should say man.
Man, what?
I think what made you a better man this week. I think
What made
that
you a better
should
man?
Concisely say it like that every time.
Fuck it, better man. You heard what she said.
Or re-say it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, excuse me. All right, here we go. What made you a better man this week? No, now you ain't fuck up. What is it? What made you a better?
That was it. What made
Oh,
you,
it made
what
you
made
a
you
better
man.
You could just ask it real quick every time at the end. Like, what made you a better man this week?
Okay. What made you a better man this week?
I mean, you asked me this question last week.
Last
and
week,
I
I
was
fucked-
stumped as
yeah, you
well.
was
And
fucked
I'm
up.
still stuck. I don't understand, like, so many things, bro. Like, just handling your business. All right, so for me, like, handling your business, that would be my answer.
Yeah.
Just taking care of things that I need to take care of and knowing that certain people depend on me to do so.
Right.
And I like being there when I can, showing up when I can.
Right.
And I think that that's something that I definitely, obviously, will continue to keep doing. It makes me better because it gives me responsibility. Not saying that I didn't have any or I don't have any, but give me a sense of being, like I feel important. That's always a good thing to feel important.
I agree with that. I do think. I think the same thing. Like just handling some shit that you just probably off, like you just putting off.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? And I know last week that my take was a little deep and shit. But this week is like you just gotta really handle the things. I hate the adulting part of adulting, and then like showing up as a man consistently, and like what that feels like, and what that sounds like, what that looks like. Like it feels very heavy at times, but with as I'm learning, life, you got to handle each day with grace. You know what I'm saying? Right. I think that's just what's making me a better man. Okay, what's making me a better man is like handling things with grace. Breathing through everything that, like, if it's an obstacle, then you gotta breathe through it. If it's something good, you gotta still breathe through it. You gotta breathe through all the things, man. And you know what? You can't take everything with you. You can't take the money with you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But anyways, this has been a Living Black. It's been an episode.
Yes.
It's been a great one too. It was a good one right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hope you guys, tap back in next week. You already know what's up.
Right.
It's Living Black. I'm JD.
It's Scoop, man.
You already know we had T in here. There's some shit in these walls here.
Nah, that's the chair.
Oh, that's a chair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cause I'm scared.
It's a radiator.
Oh, the radiator. All right.
No, not that.
Hey, I
Come
got
on.
a question.
Yeah,
Y'all
question.
think that Doechii needs like a? I saw she did a Lauryn Hill collab on stage.
Oh God,
You think that she needs that thing that's to redeem herself?
nah.
Because Lauryn had it. She was addressing it for the men and the women.
No, I think she is done though.
No.
As far as having male support, unless she comes out.
Unless she comes out,
backtracks,
then she got to backtrack.
anybody don't care about that no more.
Done.
They're gonna be like, oh, who? Don't care about.
She's
Backtrack.
gonna have a Kendrick collab. It's gonna be.
Nah, backtrack.
Let's see.
Yeah, Kendrick might help her though.